Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Ronald Darby brought it
A huge play there right off the bat. 52 yards.
And the Raven first down.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Watson. Able to get in there and drop him behind the line. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them with no gain.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great coverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
It's a pickup.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 26. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara found it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. To throw is Watson. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
To Joe Mixon.
First down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on second down. Watson, he finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
No gain on
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens 3, Saints nothing.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. To throw is Garoppolo. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On first down, Watson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Watson looks to throw again. Steps away to his left. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try to put the football in.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
The 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Yeah, Garoppolo lost the football, but fortunately the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They'll get 3, but it leaves them with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And his kick is good.
Ravens 10, Saints 7. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. And stays over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. The kick here is complete. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Running with Kamara. He's taken down inside the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That's now 4 completions in a row, a good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Firing quickly here, that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass in this first half. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that 2nd play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
For George Kittle, incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break.
14.
As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Punt formation.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 45 on 2nd down. Watson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball and not get free.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is born. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run it with Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 4-yard line.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
Watson's pass.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Mixon, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Joe Mixon.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Watson on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
2nd and 10 at the 38.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's complete to Brown. right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Ravens.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Watson. Over the middle here to Brown. Now Brown already lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
The score.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the taker. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Running room for Kamara on first down as he takes us forward. It's a gain of 7 there on first down. 2nd and 3 coming up.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. No pain, no gain. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Saints 28, Ravens 24.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now at 1st down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Kamara, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
3-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it second and goal.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for New Orleans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.